and let me go away from you to save you from yourself. Flee the mountain and be free of me.
I will never be free of you.
She starts right.
I will try to. I will not let her leave.
At this point, she starts grabbing for the dagger that you carry, the short sword, the tanto.
The one that he threw at me to kill myself.
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes, she is grabbing for it to try to control it.
I think she's going to do something that I don't want, so I'm trying to stop her.
Now, Ito-sama, what do you do? You are a woman, and you know this woman's background, even though you don't, and you may know a lot more about her background. The details of of some of this are up to you, Helma, to actually say. But what she is going to do with that tanto has nothing to do with hurting Tagachi.
I think I know that.
He has given her no choice. There is only one way out for her now, as she sees it.
I'm really torn because he is completely oblivious concerning women at large, pretty obviously, and I'm not sure how I formulate this, but I'm going to challenge him to a duel.
It is duel time.
And I'm going to tell him why.
Tell him why.
I'm going to tell him that though he didn't know me and though I didn't know him, there was an arrangement concerning the two of us. And I will tell him that I was the bride he refused in a way that was completely
so insulting, yes.
Unacceptable. And now he is basically throwing away the woman that loved him and the woman that he said he loved so much that he refused me.
And he won't even listen to what she wants.
Yes. And I'm drawing my Daishi and I'm going to challenge him.
It is a duel. She will kill you where you stand unless you participate in the duel.
This would have been a very epic way to die,
but now you are determined not to. Okay, let's see what happens. Here is how a duel works. It is my favorite mechanic in the game, and that is saying something. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah.
And also, unlike other
Quick
situations,
question.
yeah.
I keep my minuses, right?
Oh yes. But they will. Okay, but this is how it works. I don't know if you have read it. Okay, each of you will be in your pre-attack position in the famous samurai art posture, right? In some very formal sword posture. And then, or naginata, either one. And then you will each take 3 dice.
Of different color? No?
And it doesn't matter. Mine happen to be. Right? Each of you will take 1 die and you will roll it secretly. And the minuses that you have will apply to your total when we are done, not to each die. Okay? So each of you has secretly looked at your dice. And now you can choose, either one of you can choose to charge with just that total alone. And if you do, you will force the other person to charge and to show their die. And you will use that total. Or neither of you charges and you roll again and add. And then you will have the same choice. And if neither of you charges, then you will roll your third and final die, add it,
I have to know,
and then you will show.
does this always result in death?
No, we will look
Okay.
at the results in the combat table. For each of you is a strong opponent, and we will look at the results.
I will charge.
Oh,
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
both
will
of you,
I.
both of you do that too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All
Yeah.
right. In that case, show the dice. And tell me your total. Wow, that was quick.
The total for me is 2.
2. Ola?
The total for me is 4.
Okay. So that will do. Okay. Ola will receive a flesh wound. And the if a foe gains against you, gain, and then and Helma will receive a chapter wound. And Ola is the winner of the duel, right? The combat is over, and so Ola, narrate what happens.
Oh, this is really painful. I think we can actually see tears falling down from the cheeks of Tagashi. You know what I mean? It's the way like we like rush towards each other, and it's very fast. You can see like the blows are like
Lightning, right? Yeah,
going through the air, and you have your weapon back because I gave you.
Yeah,
back,
of course.
So. And I think there's absolutely no anger in me at this time. No aggression, just like pure sorrow and more like tragedy. This is not what I wanted. I never meant this.
So what is her position right now? What is her physical position?
I mean, you are hurt from before, so I probably, and I gave you a flesh wound, so I kind of probably ripped that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I kind of cut you in a way in the arm. So there's.
Well, wait. She received a chapter wound, not a flesh wound.
No.
You received a flesh wound, right?
All right. So a flesh wound is much a chapter. Which is worse?
Chapter wound. The flesh wound only lasts for the next roll.
Yeah. So, so continuing. She got a worse wound than I.
Yes.
I mean, probably my clothes, and I've got a really superficial wound on my stomach, but you have yet another wound with running blood on it, and it's on your arm, and I this puts us in. I mean, it's a really crappy way of breaking up an engagement that never was.
Mm-hmm.
Winning this, so I'm just saying I'm so sad.
Mm-hmm. Well, as this is what will happen next, is that as Ito-sama is unable to continue, probably unable to raise her naginata with her wounded arm, and realizing that if she makes a move, she's going to eat the sword, right? So you are beaten as far as the duel is concerned. At that moment, Chiyo has that dagger in her hands from Kisaragi, And instead of turning it on her own throat like she was about to do, she sees this situation and she jumps at Ito-sama and shouts, kill her, kill her. She was never going to give up, kill her. And she is going to try to finish off Ito-sama right now, who I believe is at -3 on her dice at the moment.
4, -4.
-4.
Well,
So here comes the roll that she has to make to keep from being killed by Chio.
I will try to. I will not help Chio to kill.
Will
her.
you help Ito-sama defend herself?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
By putting myself between them.
Of course, but let us clarify. This system is very unforgiving. If you roll high enough, you will kill her. You are dealing with trained warrior reflexes in a combat situation. You cannot always choose exactly what you... In this system, you will do more damage than you want sometimes. So...
Just a question. Do I have to accept his help?
Yes, you do not have a choice. Ito-sama, what do you do? No, not Ito-sama, sorry. Tagachi, what do you do?
I put myself. I try to protect. I will
What do you do? What do you do mechanically?
I give my trust. I've already spent 1 trust point.
Yes, but you have more than that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have 2 left. So I spend 1 trust point. So I add my die to hers.
Okay. So Helma, roll and subtract 4.
The result is 2.
Okay. Wow. Another 6. Cool.
And now I roll to add.
Yes, and you roll a
3.
9.
And I subtract 1.
Okay, so an 8.
1.
Yes. So 8. Wait, subtract 1 or 2? Oh, you had a flesh wound before, and now you have another flesh wound. Okay. So, against that... Okay. An able foe receives a chapter wound. So she receives, you have succeeded. Helma has, Oleg's getting to do all the narration today. Ola, you are able to say what happens. You have got enough so that neither of you will take damage, and she will receive a chapter wound. What do you do? What has happened?
I think what I intended to do was basically to stop her.
Right.
But
yes, but you are dealing with multiple edged weapons and very determined people.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Yeah.
So I was trying to catch her her knife and hand, but what I didn't realize was that I totally opened her up for the defensive attack that Ito-sama was doing when she came at you, and that. So now, it wasn't my sword that made the wound, but
it was your action. Yeah, I get it. Yes.
Yeah.